so we kick off. Yay. Today, we are looking at the why. The why that fuels consistency. The why that fuels consistency. All right. So once again, I welcome you back. As we gather again, let's notice that again you are still here, and that alone says something important about you. All right, says something important about how you are committed to yourself and how you're committed to personal growth. Our vision focusing on what truly matters. This journey is a journey of growth, and it continues, right? And so you're welcome once again. The challenge of consistency. Now, if you have ever stopped before, that doesn't mean that you have failed. You've started something and you keep stopping. It really doesn't mean you have failed, and doesn't mean you are a failure. It means something deeper was missing. It means there's something that has faded. It means there's something that is there that needs to be rekindled, right? Something that needs to reignite your commitment to that which you've started and stopped, to enable you continue that journey. And so it means if there's something missing, then we need to find that that missing link that will help you to be consistent in everything you lay your hands upon, in everything you start, so that you can start and finish, so you won't be start and stop. To be sincere, I mean, many of us have been there, right? I believe many of us on this call, we have experienced it at one point or the other, that we have started something and we abandoned it, not because we actually wanted to abandon, not because we wanted to abandon, but because something was missing. Before I continue, let me just confirm, can you all see my screen and can you hear my voice? For you to respond, you see a smiley there with a hand, just click on it and then just click on any emoji, a thumbs up or something. Let me be sure you can hear me, and let me be sure you can see my screen. Can I see your thumbs up? You can hear me and you can see my screen. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me check microphone. Okay. All right. All right. So I will continue. The challenge of consistency. The challenge of consistency. Consistency often, falters. I mean, we've talked about this, and so it means there's something missing that has not made you to be consistent. So you start and you stop, and so we need to find together. We need to find what that thing is that makes you, or why do you stop? At different times, so that you can, each time you start an endeavor, you are able to grab onto something that will help you to be consistent and stay consistent in that endeavor. Okay, so willpower versus meaning. This is where we are going. Number one, willpower versus meaning. Now, we don't want to rely on pushing. We want to rely on connection with a meaning. So most times the question is, why are you doing what you are doing? What does what you are doing mean to you at the end of the day? It's not all about willpower. Most times it's about, oh, I can do it, I can do it. Yes, you can do it, but can you sustain it? Is it valuable to you? Or are you just doing it because everybody else is doing it? You are doing it because your brother is doing it, or because your sister is doing it. Are you doing it because your colleagues in the office are doing it? Or are you doing it because everybody is doing it? That's what everybody is doing now. Does it really mean something to you? If it doesn't mean something to you, you can always start it, because you can. And that's what willpower is. Willpower can be exhausted quickly. When you are faced with challenges, you just start something because you don't have something that doesn't have meaning to you. You just start because every other person is doing it, or for other reasons. Before you know it, by the time challenges begin to come, you begin to ask yourself the question, why did I start this? In Yoruba, right? Who sent me message in Pidgin, right? You ask yourself those questions. Why did I even start this? You begin to ask, oh, I wish I didn't even start. Why did I enter this issue? Because you do not have a meaning to what you have started for yourself and by yourself. And so when you just rely on willpower alone to do something, because you can do it, because you have money, you can buy it, you now buy it, it becomes useless for you. Examples of people who just buy things with impulse. Because you have money, you buy it, at the end of the day, you have so many things in your home that you're not using. Because you've not bought it with purpose. You've not bought it with meaning. And so once you rely solely on your willpower, on you can do it, on I have the money, I can buy it, right? And you bought it, now you need to sustain it with money, but after some time you've run out of money, and then you don't have that meaning, that connection to that thing. You won't go out of your way to ensure you raise money to continue it for consistency. On the other hand is meaning. Meaning is renewable. That's the good thing about it. Now, in contrast to willpower that can be exhaustive, meaning is renewable. You can rely on the connection you have with that particular thing or that particular engagement, be it a study in school. That's why you have seen people who start a course and they will just abandon it, they won't finish it. Have you been able to connect to a meaning of that course you are studying? You start a business, before you know it, you abandon it. Have you been able to connect to a meaning to that business? Right? You start something and you abandon it. Is there a meaning? What meaning is it? That meaning valuable to you? And that's what makes the difference. When you connect emotionally to your goals, you draw from an endless well of inspiration, making it easier to stay committed regardless of the challenges that is thrown at you. And that is where meaning comes. Now, the next concept we're going to be talking about is the why itself. Why itself. In business analysis, right? When something has gone wrong and they want to look for the root cause of the problem, why? What made things go wrong? There are different methods that is being used, right, in the industry. One of it, they call it Ishikawa, that Japanese word Ishikawa, which means fishbone. All right, they use fishbone, kind of the way a fishbone is. You draw, why, cause and effect. This happened, and because of this happened. This was what happened, and because of this happened. Cause and effect. All right, and then we also have another model called the 5 whys. The 5 whys is very classic and is very useful for everyday life. When something has gone wrong or when something has gone well, right, you can also apply these 5 whys even to your life. You want to look for, okay, I won or I didn't win something, I lost. Why did I lose? That's the first why. You need to understand, why did I lose? Oh, I lost because I got low marks, all right? Why did I get low marks? I got low marks because I couldn't score as much as I couldn't answer more questions. That's the second why. Then why again? Why couldn't you answer more questions? That's the third why. Because I don't know. I don't know most of these questions. So the fourth why again. Why don't you know most of this question? Because I didn't study. You see, you're already revealing, the root cause of the problem. So the root cause of the problem is being, by the time you get to the 5th why, you have already understood where the problem is, and then you can address the problem. And so understanding, we are not really interrogating ourselves really, but we are trying to listen to curiosity, to understand why. Understanding the deeper meaning behind our goal, right, is essential. It encompasses our feelings, our needs, providing a strong foundation that fuels our consistency and commitment to personal growth. And so, look at the surface versus deep why. Surface why, the surface why often expressed in a simple desire, such as I want this, I want to have this, I want to do this. Most times, I want this, I want that. Goals are paths, feelings are destinations. And I'm going to explain a little bit about feelings as we go on and emotions so we can understand the thin line between the two. Surface why, it reflects immediate aspirations, but it lacks depth, limiting long-term motivation and consistency. You just see something that excites you immediately. You're like, oh yes, let's do this. The moment, let's do this, let's have this, let's do this. But you have not taken time to think deeply on the impact of this thing and the long run. And that's why many people take on tasks, take on things, because they've not thought of what the impact will be for them in the near future. Contrast the deep why. The deep why connects to feelings and emotional fulfillment, such as I want how this goal makes me feel at the end of the day. This deeper understanding fosters resilience, right? Driving sustained commitment and actions. Because you now understand why you are doing what you are doing. When someone asks you why you are doing what you are doing, even if it fails, even if it doesn't look like it, you are still standing your ground. You are not shaking. People's advice here and there will not make you feel, I have done something wrong. Because before you even started, you have thought of it deeply. And so when people are asking questions about it, you already have answers. You already know why you are doing what you're doing. You are sure-footed. When you are speaking about what you are doing, you are speaking with confidence. Because you have taken your time to understand the why of what you are doing. Why am I in this business? Why? Is my why strong enough? Now, the why ladder. This is a technique, I think I just mentioned that earlier. It's a technique that encourages individuals to dig deeper into their motivations, right? By asking thought-provoking questions. You need to be able to do a conference with yourself, right? You can uncover core reasons why you are pursuing the goals you are pursuing. Remember, we have listed from the previous sessions, we talked about how you can find what your purpose is in life. Looking at yourself, looking at the composure of your making yourself. And we also understood that purpose in life is really not created. It is discovered. Because when God created every man, he has created every man with a purpose. So you have a purpose already. You don't need to go and reinvent the wheel and create a purpose for yourself. What you need to do is to discover the purpose that you were created for. And there are a lot of pointers to it. All right? Now, I want us to take a moment and pause to reflect, to reconnect with the meaning of life. Take a moment, get comfortable wherever you are now. Allow yourself to be at peace. Let your body be rested. You want to do some neurological, exercise right now. So just follow me. Let your body settle down wherever you are. Don't be anxious. Take slow and steady breathing. Now, there is nothing you need to achieve right now as I'm speaking. Just bring to mind one goal you are currently working towards. Not the task, just one goal, but the intention behind it. Why are you having that goal in your mind? Now ask yourself gently, why does this matter to me? Take note of the first answer that comes to your mind. It doesn't have to be a perfect answer. Ask yourself, why does this goal, why does it matter to me? And then ask again, why does that matter? That's the second time. I ask again, what does this goal give me? As you are asking yourself these questions, you may notice a feeling emerging, maybe a feeling of peace, a feeling of freedom, a feeling of understanding, a feeling of confidence, or perhaps a feeling of safety. And so let that feeling just spread through yourself, through your body. Just relax. Don't discount your feeling. Now, this feeling is your anchor. This feeling is your anchor. You can return to it anytime. Going to the next, listen.
Take a moment to get comfortable. Allow your body to settle. Let your breath slow. There's nothing you need to achieve right now. Bring to mind one goal you're currently working toward. Not the task, but the intention behind it. Now ask yourself gently, why does this matter to me? Let the first answer arise, and then ask, why does that matter? And again, what does that give me? You may notice a feeling emerging. Peace, freedom, confidence, safety. Let that feeling spread gently through your body. This feeling is your anchor. You can return to it anytime. When motivation fades, return to meaning. Take one slow breath. And when you're ready, carry this feeling with you into your day.
All right. That's the end of this exercise. And let's move on. Now, what have we talked about? Identify your desired feeling. For that goal that you are pursuing in life, or that specific goal, what feeling is attached to that goal? Because this is what will help and drive your consistency. This is what will help you not to drop that goal along the way. Now, it is important that you do not discount your feelings. And I also, when I have an opportunity to counsel people, now moving away from coaching now to counseling, I tell people, when you are in a conversation with people and someone tells you, I feel hot, I feel this, don't discount other people's feeling. When someone said they are not feeling happy, allow them. They are true to themselves. Never discount your own feeling yourself. With your job, how do you feel? With your personal goal in life, how do you feel? What feeling is attached? Or what feeling do you think you're going to get when you are fulfilling this goal? Everyone is unique when it comes to feelings. And you see, some people, they thrive in chaos. So where there is they thrive. That's when they are energetic. People, when there is chaos, you see the best in them. There are people like that. But these same people, they can go mad, they can go crazy where there is too much peace, where there is too much tranquility. People like this, they can go gaga. I was watching a short video, some time back, and I saw some of these, some Nigerians who are living, I think in the UK, and this young man was going gaga. I was like, everywhere is just too silent. What's going on? And guess what he did? He just went on YouTube and just looked for a video of a marketplace, Nigerian marketplace in Lagos, maybe Idumota, where there is noise, where you will hear horn, pam, 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 where you hear that chaos, just for you to feel alive again. Meanwhile, there are some people who, when they travel to those places where there's tranquility, there's quietness, that's the best thing for them. But some people, they don't like it. So we are all, the construct of every human is different and is unique. And that's why it's important you understand yourself. You find out yourself. There are some people that they can trade anything for peace. That is a pointer. Some just want freedom to do anything. A sense of freedom. They don't want to be monitored. While some, they can only thrive and be better in a place where there is structure, where there is reporting, where there is monitoring. That's where they can thrive. And to some, they love to do what gives them confidence. As long as they are this whatever activity or task or goal they are achieving is giving them confidence, that's what they are going for. Why do you think God created you the way you are? It's not a mistake. You are not a mistake. And wherever you are, I want you to say to yourself, say, I am not a mistake. And tell yourself again, say, my feelings are valid. My feelings are valid. And so this takes me to mentioning here briefly that there is a thin line, the thin difference between feelings and emotions. Your feeling is actually the end result of your emotion. Because at the end of the day, when you go through all this emotional up and down, how do you feel at the end of the day? Do you feel tired? Tiredness is a feeling. Do you feel hot? Do you feel happy at the end of the day? All right? And so, the feelings, how do you feel about a thing, is very, very important. And that's why you should never discount your feeling. To some people, some people, you might do something to someone and they will laugh at it. Do the same thing to another person, they will get angry. Because we are all different. And so it's important to understand yourself and validate your feelings. They can also be a pointer. So, returning to our core feelings can actually reignite our passion. When motivation fades, it's essential to reconnect with these emotions, to remind ourselves of our true purpose. Like I said earlier on in our previous sessions, this session that I'm having with you is not the most important session. The most important session is a session you will have with yourself. It's a session you will have working with some of the tools I'll be sharing with you and that I've been sharing with you. It's a session you will have where you are discovering yourself, understanding purpose for yourself. And that's why this session is always kept very short and straight to the point. Authenticity versus validation. Now, emphasizing that your why should actually resonate deeply within you. It should be independent of external opinions, not about what other people say. And that's the error that many of us do. And that's why we find it difficult to take decisions. We don't do the job of looking inward to get our own value, to get our own perception about a thing. Because when you are looking for external opinion, what is this here? What do you say here? What did you say? You yourself, what is it? What is the feeling you have on this? That's the most important thing. And that's authenticity. And that is why when you are walking, when you are in the path of your goal, you won't be shaken. You have validated yourself. You won't wait for validation from people. And you can agree with me, that's the problem many people have. You can see it all over the place in social media. We want people's validation. People's validation, is it correct? It's because we ourselves, we have not validated ourselves. True authenticity fosters genuine motivation and strengthens your commitment to your goals. Looking ahead, we're going to be setting SMART goals. Not like the SMART that you know already. It might be similar, but it's in a different way. It is essential for maintaining motivation and creating a clear path forward. Now, this approach helps align your aspirations with actionable steps that support your life's journey. And I will also share with you, say here now, for those of you that are joining this webinar for the first time, this is the third series. I will encourage you to join the WhatsApp platform where I'll be sharing, I've shared some of these tools and I will share them so that you can also, be a part and you can journey through the whole process, because it's very, very important. Because by now, I believe those who have been joining this session, you started with understanding vision. Then you went to looking at, all the indicators that we shared that will help you to actually find your life purpose. And then I shared a tool with you that will help you, and to exercise to address that and help you find out truly who you are and what your purpose could probably be. And after that, we realize that most times purposes in life might be more than one. It can be two, it can be three. We talked about the wheel of life because we have different phases in life, all right? And so there might be goals in different areas of life. We now need to prioritize. Last session, we talked about how to prioritize and narrow down to the goal you really want to address. Now that you have narrowed down to the goal, we are testing that goal with this session. Why have you chosen that goal? Is that goal you have chosen, is it sustainable? Is it sustainable? And then looking ahead, we will now put that goal into SMART goals and test it again. Is it a SMART goal? How do we now begin to break it down to achieve these goals? Having said that, consistency grows. Understanding that meaning drives consistency. It is vital for long-term success. If there is no consistency, there will not be growth. You need to be consistent. And the same thing applies. You see, this particular series is deliberate that it is six webinars, 6 sessions. And that's because I want you to take your time to, exercise and do all the exercises. Take time to, reflect inwardly, use all of these tools, and then when you have questions, I'm actually available, to walk you through, so you can indeed unearth or be able to reveal, who you are to yourself at the end of the day. But there has to be consistency. There has to be intentionality for you to be able to grow. This takes me to the end. Thank you very much for your time. I'll be sharing another set of tools with us for the week. If you want to catch me at Coach P.Nath. I also want to encourage you to also check through my website, growwithpnath.com. Please, I also have a blog. Go through it. There are a lot of helpful, wonderful articles that can help you. Go through them. And if you want to book a call with me, that's a one-on-one session. You can book a one-on-one session with me right here. And of course, you can send me an email at coachpnath at thomasconsulting.com. Thank you very much for your time. We will see same time next week for the 4th series. Have a wonderful evening. Cheers.